morning, everyone. Welcome all you timpani players, xylophone specialists, balalaika entrepreneurial types. We're back. I believe this is session 19. And today what I'd like to do is just kind of cover what we've gone over, recap, and just go through an arrangement here, harmonize it. This tune is Blue Monk, Thelonious Monk tune. You notice here I skipped from bar 6 to bar 10. It's a 12-bar blues that he wrote. Because I skipped from bar 6 to bar 10 because there's a lot of repeating stuff. I think, let me see here on my notes. Bar 7 is a repeat of this bar, so you could just ditto the same thing. So I just kind of moved ahead since I only had limited room on my board here. So it's a 12-bar blues. It's 2 flats and B flat, and the chord progression is up here. Here are the changes, and I wrote out the melody. And what we're going to do is we're going to harmonize part of this melody for 5 voices. Okay, so let's move ahead. Anyway, so here is the first bar is a B flat 7 chord. So the notes is D, E flat, E natural, and F. Okay, I have a treble clef and a bass clef. I like to use in 2 clefs, and typically the way I like to do is I like to write it out in concert on treble and bass clef, especially if I'm dealing with 3, 4, 5 voices, well even 2 sometimes. Some people like to write it all transposed. I like to really see what I'm doing, and then I transpose my parts later. I know it's a little unorthodox for some folks, but that's how I like to do it. So here we have a B flat. So just starting here, our next note down would be, if we were to just do this in a block voicing, it'd be D, B flat. We have our B flat here. Okay, B flat, A flat, because it's a B flat 7 chord. Okay, F, and then D again. So that's just a block voicing right on down. Okay, and this second note, the E flat, I'm going to harmonize with a C minor 7th chord, which is kind of the 2 chord in B flat, but because it's blues, you know, typically a B flat 7 would be your 5 chord, right? But since it's blues, all chords are dominant. It's acting as a 1. So I'm going to harmonize this E flat with a 2 chord, so it'd be which would be C minor 7th. So it'd be E flat, C, B flat, G, and E flat again. Okay, here's our B flat, here's our E flat. Okay, so there you have that. And then up to the E natural, how am I going to handle that chord? I'm going to use a diminished passing. So we're going from a, or else I could do one of 2 things. I could do a half step slide, since the E natural is a half step off the F. So I can do a half step slide like an A7 to a B flat 7, or else I can do an E diminished, which is, so the E diminished would look like this. It would be E, and the C sharp would be C, that would be go up to a C sharp, to a, let me see, a B natural. Let me see, what the hell is that? Yeah, it would be this was a B flat, so this would be a B natural, okay, and then it would be an E again, a G rather, and then an E natural right there, okay. So this would be C minor, this would be E diminished, and then here we're back to the B flat F. It's in the triad, so we're back to the E flat. So back to the F rather. So it'd be F, and then it'd be B flat, A flat, and F. Okay, so there you have it. There's our first bar. It's kind of like a crossword puzzle. So we went B flat, C minor, E diminished, and back up to B flat 7. Okay, everybody's moving. It all looks great. Okay, on to our next bar. Okay, E flat 7, which is kind of doing the same thing. It's just everything's just up a fourth. Okay, so almost the same thing, up a fourth. So we go E flat, it's G, E flat 7's a chord, so G, E flat, D flat. Why did I write that line there? I don't know. Okay. Anyway, oh dang. Okay, so D flat, B flat, G, okay? And up to this, I would do a 2 chord off the E flat, so I would do an F minor. So this would be C sharp, G sharp, F, E flat, okay, C, and G sharp, which is A flat, really. Okay, so that would be F minor and F minor 7 chord. Okay, and then the A, what did I do there? I did a D. I did a half step slide this time. So I basically went, because this B flat, we're heading to an E flat here to harmonize this E flat. So here I have this. So this would go F to an F sharp. Okay, to a C. To a D, well, there's a D in here. Sorry about that. So here would be D. Here would be C, A flat to an A. I mean, oh jeez. A natural. Okay. So that would be a D7 chord, and then we're back to an E flat. I'll write this better. This gets so messy. Back to an E flat. Okay. So E flat, E, E flat, D flat, and B flat. Okay? So there's how we harmonize those two. Okay? Now this one here, we could just do an octave. We could go ba-da-do-da, do-doom, ba-da-da-da, do-doom, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, B-ah. So here, we just opt to do octaves. Okay? So we just do octaves. E flat. What is that, down to an F? Well, that's way down here. To this F, and then C sharp to a D. Okay? So we have that. Kind of messy, but you get the idea. It's octaves. So it's low enough to where we could stick 3 of our instruments down here, depending on what they are. We have this low F to conquer, so we might have to keep that in mind. And we could have them all play prime unison on this F. This F here is really this F right here, right? And 2 instruments here, 3 down here, that sort of thing. And then on our last chord of the 4 bars, we could do it's B flat. So, and it holds, so we could do more of an open voicing. The C is the 9th. So we could do a B flat. Okay, so 9, flat 7, F, D, B flat, and it ties over. Okay, you get the picture. Okay. So that's a B flat 9. So what I would do is, since this is a half step up, I just go B, B9 to B flat 9 and just do a half step slide. So this would be A, the 7th, A natural. This would be a B7, and this is your B flat 9, which is this B flat. So you go here, you go F sharp, which goes down to an F natural, D sharp, which goes down to a D natural, B natural, which goes down to a B flat. Okay? Boom. And there you have it. So, and they all play in harmony. And that would sound good. It's nice to break it up. I mean, unless you're doing a sax solo or something that you want it all harmonized, I mean, you can do that. But it's nice to break up your harmony and your octaves and unisons and things like that. So basically in this bar, E7, this is basically a repeat of this bar. So you could just go bar 2, and then we know that we're just going to repeat this over here. So you could write a bar 2 in your staff, And it just tells you to revert back to bar 2 when you're copying your charts, and then when you copy your parts, you know to look at bar 2 for bar 5, right? And here's the same thing. Here's kind of another. Here's a C7. So let's harmonize the C7, which is G, E natural, B flat, and then we can go. Now, the other thing we can do is instead of going C, B flat here, we can add a 9. We could go to a D natural and then have our B flat here. So we have B flat, G, E, D, B flat. And then for this one, in the middle one, what did I use? I used a diminished passing again. So I went G sharp, okay, F, let me see, B natural, F, D, and B natural again. So the problem with this scenario is my second from the bottom voice is repeating a D, okay? So in that instance, I don't want to have, if I want my voicings to move, I should probably write a C here instead of a D for write the 9, just write a C here for that. That way everybody's moving. And then the C here to the D, this D flat is the flat 9 of the C7, right? So you would write this voicing. Sometimes I like to do this where I'll work backwards. Okay? So, I wanted that to be a D flat right there. So there's C and then D flat. So we could do a half step slide. So we could do a half step down from C is B flat 9. So we could do an A natural, an F sharp, a D sharp, and then our C. So it's a half step slide. So this is B 7 flat 9 to C 7 flat 9, and this is a B diminished passing right here. Okay? And then this is ba da 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 da. We could do this, we could do something like this here. We could go ba da, all octaves. Okay, E flat down to F, and then just do a half step slide. Boo do 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 ba da. Just harmonize the last two. So we do B flat, D flat, F, D, close voicing. Okay, and this would be A. This would be this for the C sharp. I mean the C sharp. Yes, we do an A 7 chord up to a B flat. So it's a half step slide. Okay, so that would be A, G. Okay, I'm sorry. A, G is here, and then here, and C sharp. Okay, and that's how you would tackle that. Let's get rid of that A right there. This is why you write music in pencil, so that you're not always screwing yourself. Okay, so that would be A to B flat. God, I hope you can read that. It's awfully messy. But that'll give you an idea of how we work through it. It's like a big crossword puzzle. You don't need a keyboard or an instrument. You just need to be able to work it in the staff. And once you have your lines figured out for your arrangement, let's say you know that you have this line is going to be harmony, okay, and once you establish certain lines that you want to be octaves or unisons, or you want 2-part counterpoint, or whatever you want, then you can just go in and fill in the blanks. So we'll do an exercise with 3 voices, because I know a lot of you had a question regarding writing for three voices. So anyway, don't forget, shoot me an email. Love to hear from you. It's Fred Stickley, Fred at fredstickleymusic.com, right here. And shoot me an email. I'd love to hear from you. Would love to hear any comments, any added information you'd like to add, any corrections. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Okay, we'll see you soon.